My name is Murungi Brian Makubuya, also known as the African. Today at Mark Interface, specifically for the Students' Liberation Front, a political think tank within Makerere University, where I act as the interim Secretary General concerned with running the day-to-day activities of the think tank. SLF stands for Students' Liberation Front, and it is a student-based political movement. Many people have referred to it as a club, as a party, as a think tank. But for us, we intended it to be a political think tank. And of course, it is well established. Before moving to the core principles, we have a vision as the Students' Liberation Front, and that vision is to build the new generation of African leaders. That's our vision. Our motto is building a generation. When SLF was established, we sought to bring change or to give an alternative to the way politics are played in Makerere University and across the students' fraternity in the country. And in that, we are established on an ideology. And that ideology is Pan-Africanism. It's simply the way to go for us as Africans if we are to liberate ourselves in the mind. And that's why it is called the Students' Liberation Front. The liberation is not that physical, as most people might take it, because we are non-violent. But the liberation is more so on the mental liberation against the forces of neo-colonialism and other forms that have kept us behind as Africans. And of course, Makerere University being the best black university in the world, everything must start from Makerere. Then our philosophy, which has got so many people ask questions about, but is the idea that we are operating as though we are a political party, but only within the confines of Makerere University. We are not a political party in the national sense, under the Political Parties and Other Organizations Act, but we are only here operating in Makerere. Then the core values, there are 6 of them so far, and of course just mentioning one by one. Our first core value is something to do with that we are standing against corruption and forms of mugati that has for so long taken up the students' politics at Makerere, students' politics in UNSA, students' politics even in other universities. Students do not serve because they have made politics to be like a business, whereby they come, invest huge sums of money, and when they get into office, their aim is to recover such monies, but not serving the students who have entrusted them with that power. So we want to make politics less costing to any person who is running for any office. So we are standing strongly against that form of soliciting for votes through measures such as giving bribes to people, things to do with mugati or any forms of mugati that always candidates bring forward to ensure that they are favored and they are voted for. The other one is intellectualism and research. We want to have leaders under SLF take up the hill, but when such leaders can stand and make speeches, when such leaders can research about different topics, when such leaders can research about the different policies of the university, it's not a matter of coming and you are testing, you are saying racha, and then tomorrow you are voted, you reach in council, you cannot debate on a policy, you have no knowledge about a certain policy, you have not researched about it, you cannot make a speech, you cannot make a report, you cannot write a proposal, you cannot write a concept note, and you call yourself a leader at Makerere University. So we have come also to address that. Thirdly, something to do with a non-partisan student political participation. That is in the national sense. You and I would agree that political parties, much as they are good, they have mentored us for all this while, but to some extent they have created what we call divisions amongst Makerere University students. They have increased the commercialization of politics, especially at Makerere University, and of course some elements of violence that comes within the political process, which saw our physical elections being suspended, physical campaigns being suspended, and the social events to some extent put to a halt, like they are not the way they used to be. And that's because of the violence actually that started with on 14th July 2022, when Ewan Bewatebe Tungura died as a result of these politics. And it was a scuffle between these national political parties. So SLF seeks to tone the politics down. You think as a student, as you are competing for political office, it is not a do or die. And what has always been making it a do or die is because of the national characters that want to show their might at national level, but through students' politics at Makerere University. The fourth core value is something to do with unity and solidarity amongst all Makerere University students. Now, Makerere University students are disunited on many fronts, But here, aside the political party divisions, we also seek to unite students and end divisions as far as halls of residence are concerned. Yes, we can remain in our different halls of residence. We can promote our cultures in those halls of residence. We can compete on many platforms in those halls of residence, but not to the extent of fighting one another. That because my brother is from Nkrumah, then when I meet them on a party, on a social event, in elections, I should fight them. I should get bottles and blocks to fight such a person. So we seek to remove the element of violence in the students' politics such that you never know, physical elections can return in another form. Because I'm sure, and you're also sure, that the challenge the administration has with students is there's something to do with violence in all our activities. And you know, if you have been in Makerere long enough, that all this violence has been always orchestrated by these battles, supremacy battles amongst halls of residence and whole solidarities. So we seek to speak to that, not to end it, but to remove the element of violence, and we coexist as different halls. But when our major goal is to ensure a better Makerere for students as the leading stakeholders. The fifth core value is something to do with the service delivery and legacy. If you're a leader elected in Makerere University as a head of the Students' Guild, or as any person, GRC or any other position, chairperson of whole or college, SLF seeks to ensure that you leave a legacy, you deliver what students expect from you. If it is money for class coordinators, give it to them. If you're a guild president, what will people remember about your regime? Yes, you can achieve a number of things here and there, but what is that legacy that you have left behind? And everyone will see you, and everyone will remember your government as a government that brought such and such a policy to an end, that brought such and such a new policy in the university, that tried to change the welfare of students. Then lastly, on the core values, is something to do with the passive resistance, and of course non-violent means of negotiations to ensure that we get what we want from the administration. So that is it briefly about the core values of the Students' Liberation Front. Yes, sir. In conclusion, I would like to call upon all Makerere University students to embrace the Students' Liberation Front, because this is your movement, this is your party, this is your club. This is a movement where you can easily approach the leaders and then ask for accountability from such leaders. And of course, tomorrow, the 4th of February 2024, we have our annual general meeting as the Students' Liberation Front. We call upon all Makererians, those who are concerned, well-wishers and members, to come in large numbers and ensure that we hold our AGM successfully. We shall be having the new executive launched in, and also we look into the matter of who is going to be our flag bearer as far as the 90th Guild campaign is concerned. I thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I remain the African.